Manga spoilers, by the way. After the 4v4 match between Team Isagi and Team Rin, with Rin getting the 5th and final goal to take the victory for the match, we see Rin also decide to pick Isagi to join him on Team Red, and ultimately for him to watch Rin's ascension to the world's #1 spot firsthand. As he's forced to come along, he then learns the reason he lost to Rin, with the slight difference being luck. And after a chapter with Ego explaining how luck works in the world of football, he then sets this team out to the 3rd selection, where they get to play against these 5 world-class players. The Scion of Real Madrid, Leonardo Luna, the Goal Junkie, Adam Blake, the Freckled Baby, Pablo Cavazos, the Heavy Tank, Dada Silva, and lastly, the 17-year-old child prodigy who's making big waves in the French league and even landed a spot on the France national team, the god sprinter Julian Loki. As Team Rin steps onto the battlefield of the 3rd selection, we see them face to face with the World 5 players. At this first encounter, we see the World 5 pretty much take Rin's team as a joke. But that's when Rin steps in, talking in English, asking them if they think this game is no more than a part-time job for them. As the rest of Team Rin is shocked that Rin can speak fluent English, we see the World 5 players talk about how they only came to Blue Lock for the money for the most part, aside from Blake and Pablo, being that they had their own weird reasons for visiting the country as well. But that's when Rin tells all of these superstars that he's going to crush them to the point where the mere thought of Japan will give them all PTSD. As Dada Silva acknowledges the boldness of Itoshi Rin, we see Leonardo Luna break them up. Luna then asks Rin if he's Itoshi Sai's little brother, after hearing from Ego about it, saying that Sai was pretty well known in the organization. Luna then goes on, saying that for Japan to waste so much money on a pointless project is pretty upsetting, calling them the world's biggest masochists for being able to gamble their life and dreams at an uncertain cost. It's then where Julian Loki steps in and stops him, telling Luna that he went too far. He then apologizes to Team Rin on Luna's behalf, saying that he has a pretty nasty personality. And as he shakes Isagi's hand, he says that it's nice meeting them all. As Isagi notices Loki's politeness, he then mentions that his eyes don't even show an inch of nervousness in them. As we start off the 5v5 match off with Isagi giving the ball to Bachira, we see him charge towards the Freckled Baby, and as he's about to debut the new Bachira Megaru, he then does a roulette on him. As Pablo compliments him and his spin, we see Bachira do another spin in order to overtake this dangerous babyface. As Tokimitsu is amazed at what Bachira just did to the Freckled Baby, we see Isagi asking for the pass. But that's when Bachira says that he won't pass to anyone who only matches his expectations. And that's when Isagi finally realizes that Bachira won't pass to anyone who only meets his expectations, saying that this is Bachira's new version of football. But due to this, Isagi just accepts the fact that he'll just have to adapt to him. And as he decides to move just outside Bachira's passing range and move toward the goal using his off-the-ball movement skills, he manages to get there. And as he tells Bachira to pass, that's when we see the child prodigy Julian Loki blitz right in front of him. As Bachira quickly makes a cross, we see that the ball is not going to Isagi, but to Rin, as he's way beyond Bachira's passing range, devouring Isagi in that moment as he makes a volley and manages to get the first goal for Team Rin. As the way that Rin and Bachira currently are, those two's fangs are able to reach that of the world's, and as the World 5 acknowledges their strength and that the fact that they're not total weaklings, they decide to put in a bit more effort. But it's only going to be a matter of time before Team Rin actually notices what kind of beast they've just awakened. As we restart the match with Luna giving the ball to Loki, we see Isagi attempt to stop the child prodigy in his tracks. But that's when Loki asks Isagi if that's all he's got, as all he can see are openings. And as he appears to be making his first move, we get this sick spread panel of him just blitzing past Isagi with complete ease. As Isagi questions Loki's explosive takeoff, we see Loki continue to sprint past the likes of Bachira as well. Isagi mentions how Loki has the endurance to sustain his speed and can dribble as wide as his stride. As he dribbles through Tokimitsu and Ryu with ease as well, we see Rin able to read the play and where he's headed. Loki gives Reen props for that read, but reminds him that he's fast, as he manages to shift into a higher gear and accelerate past Reen, scoring the first goal for the World 5. As Team Reen has ruthlessly shown the skill of Loki's guide speed firsthand, we quickly restart the match. As Reen gets the ball, we see Loki quick to pull up on him, but that's when Luna quickly swipes the ball away from him, telling him that his lack of experience is limiting his perspective, and as he sends the ball to Pablo, we see Isagi and Bachira ready to surround him. But that's when the freckled baby hits an insanely precise pass through Bachira and Isagi. And as the ball heads for Aryu and Silva, we see Aryu say that he'll stop in mid-air. But that's when the heavy tank says that he'll shoot him down, as he proves to Aryu who has the better hops. And as he headers the ball in front of the goalpost, we see Tokimitsu freaking out as always, saying that he'll try to clear the ball. But that's when Adam Blake bodies him, telling him to move, saying that he's not interested in men. All their weapons they used up until now to win 1v1s, speed, prediction, kick, height, and bulk, are all being easily overwhelmed by these 5 world-class superstars, as England's goal junkie scores the second goal for the World 5. As frustrating as this is for Blue Lock, Isagi can't help but be amazed at football as a sport, saying that one day he too would want to go over to that world of theirs. As we restart the match with Isagi giving the ball to Bachira from the kickoff, we see his matchup with the freckled baby once again. And as he attempts to do some fast scissors, he then gets the ball easily stolen from Pablo, as he tells him that his rhythm is dynamic enough, but what he lacks in is attack patterns, saying that his playstyle lacks theatrics as he passes the ball. Adam Blake then gets the ball using his chest, then quickly passes the ball to Loki. As Isagi sees that each and every one of their plays are fast, we then see Loki hit a razor-sharp high pass right above Aryu's head, where the heavy tank awaits to not only shoot down Aryu once again, but score the third goal. And shortly after, Pablo scores the fourth. As everyone on Team Reen is convinced that they can't win, we see one player still serious about making a comeback and winning the match, with that person being Itoshi Reen, as he quickly goes over to block Luna's path. As Luna acknowledges Reen's skill, saying that unlike the rest, he still believes that he can win the match, and because of this, Luna decides to reward him by crushing him wholeheartedly as he charges towards him. As Luna proceeds to do some insanely fast scissors, he then gets past Reen with a cheeky nutmeg as he sleazily tells Reen that he shouldn't spread his legs so readily or people will think he's easy, as he scores the 5th and final goal, winning the match. As the World 5 exit the pitch, they reveal the real point of this match, being to assess everyone's skill in order to pick the members for the Japanese team in the U20 World Cup, and that this match was already set on the premise that they'd lose anyways. And as the World 5 players leave, we see Luna say adios to Team Reen, referring to them as unpolished gems, like Ego does, saying next time they should meet again in a real game. And with that, Team Reen gets absolutely demolished, crushing the spirits of everyone on the team, especially Reen's. Hey guys, DarkheroJosh here, and that's how Isagi Yoichi witnessed the skill of the World 5 players firsthand. If you guys enjoyed the video, then please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and comment down below what other Blue Lock moments do you guys want to see me talk about or review next on the channel, as 2 days after this video is released will be Blue Lock's final episode of the season. So let me know what you guys think about that as well. And without further ado, I hope you guys have a great day and see ya.